Hello, I'm Kennard Harris. If you watched my last video, I demonstrated how to make a clay bowl. Today I'm going to be showing you how to clean that bowl up and put on what's called a foot, where you would do your initialing. Usually I also date it, and then it'll be ready for the next step, which is firing it and glazing it, which is also painting it. So right now, here's my bowl that I made. It's what they call leather hard, where it's hardened up compared to where it was when I first made it, but it's still kind of pliable, so it doesn't break away like hard dirt, but it's you can still kind of move with it. So I'm going to clean up this bottom. As you see, it's flat. There's not really a good shape to it. The one thing about ceramics, it's three-dimensional, so you want to have a piece that looks good from the top as well as the bottom and all sides. So I have my bowl upside down right now, and I'm about to shave around the top, or the bottom. So I have a couple tools. Use some of these round tools to do a lot of my shaving and carving with. So I'm going to begin. So as I'm doing this, sometimes I add a little extra water to it, just because again the clay is a little bit harder. But I'm basically peeling away the clay to smooth it all out. So as I'm doing this, I'm getting it that round, nice shape on the bottom. So when you see a bowl, normally in a store, or at a restaurant, or even in your home, the bottom of it should be nice and smooth as well. So as you see, the clay is able to kind of peel off. Sometimes the clay gets a little harder. It almost turns into like dust as it comes off, which is fine. You just need to kind of wet it a little bit. So just as I did the top of my bowl, the bottom of my bowl I'm also shaping as well, so to get it a nice clean shape on the bottom. This is why, if you remember my last video, I used my needle tool to check out the bottom to make sure it was thick for this purpose. So that way I have room to clean this off and make it nice and smooth. So I kind of shape out the sides, carve down in the middle a little bit, because in the middle is where I usually sign my initials and date my piece. So if you ever turn a bowl over, usually that's where the artist or the company usually has their stamp or their signature on it. See, it's starting to get a bit smoother. The bottom kind of takes a shape of its own, a nice clean. Want the bottom to have a nice clean shape. So as you can see, it almost makes like its own little rim on the bottom, which has got what you want. And you want the rim to be not much thicker than the rim that's going to be on the top of your bowl, so that the two kind of make it nice and even. So there we go. I now have this. Like I said, I usually sign my piece on the bottom. Usually put the month and date. Did I do all my pieces? All right. Now that's all cleaned up, I now have my bowl ready to go. Gently. Again, it's still somewhat soft, pliable. So here's my bowl, ready for, so I have my bottom, has my nice little rim, have my top. Now it's ready for the next step, which would be to paint it and fire it, otherwise known as glazing it, which gives all its nice colors to it. So, if you want to watch my next video, it'll show the actual finished piece of my bowl. Alright, thanks again. Hope to see you soon.